Red Bulls fighting down the pit street.
Michael, you were miles off the pace.
The fucking hell you fucking do, little prick. Has he closed it up? No, not quite. Oh!
Dom sees a chance now. Oh! Petrol Martin seizes the opportunity.
The order is changing corner by corner. This is absolute madness. Absolute madness. Goes up the inside of the final turn. Is that the man? No, that's contact.
What's going on this season in TGP2? It's so unpredictable.
Into the final chicane they go. Down Joe, leading the way. Gets it.
Oh! And into the wall this time. Go like that. Oh, Barton's in there as well. That's a big smash at the wall of champions. Oh, here we go.
Everyone's gone off and down, gone into the lead.
You fucking fucked me up.
Technical just overtaken Idling. YOLO.
Somebody standing still in the middle of a fucking corner.
That's sensational. Joe is chucking it into the second Lesmo right as we speak in the Ferrari on the front row. Follow to Forty. How happy would he be? How loud would the grandstand be if Joe can put that Ferrari into pole position? Never mind the front row. His championship challenge has begun to become a little bit of a faded one. Can he reignite it here this weekend? It would be a great start if he can get pole on home soil for Ferrari. Joe heading down towards the Parabolica. What is he about to do? Into the Parabolica. Goes the Ferrari, streaming out of the final corner, heading for the line. His best time is a 1:25.7, and he's back right out of this one, has he? He drops to third, in fact. And who's that that's popped in? It's Barton. He's gone quickest, the Red Bull driver. A 1:25.3 by 300th of a second. Snatches pole away from Chris Johnson. The podium's back in amongst the points if he really wants to fight for this championship. Same season, and the lights go out. We'll be racing in Monza. Lights out, away we go here in Italy. And is it a good start off the grid from Barton? It's a long run into turn one. It's a solid start. He leads the way down towards turn one. Chris Johnson under a bit of pressure from one of the Ferraris onto the brakes. Barton gets the car stopped, and they all go through the first corner, surprisingly without much incident at all. A clean start to the new year in TGP2. Barton leads the way. Up into second place goes Joe for Ferrari, and it's a Prix like the look of that. And now look, here comes the other Ferrari, Paul, attacking Chris Johnson as well. Onto the brakes, and Chris Johnson has a little look. Oh, Joe's round! Joe's spun it! He's been touched from behind! Into his spin, there's the first chicane, second chicane, sorry. And he drops all the way to the back. What a disaster for Joe. From second place up. Look at Jordan. Well, I didn't see what happened to him. He's all the way down at the back of the pack. But Barton, what a perfect start for him. He's long gone, look at this. And he looks certain already. If he can just keep this down the island and drive at a pretty good pace, he's going to win this race. Look at the gap he's got. Streaking away at the front, and then the fight behind, holding up. Paul is up into second. Is that Petrolhead going alongside? It is, it's Petrolhead up into second place. What a move. Would you believe it? Petrolhead is putting a stunning weekend together here, and it's continuing. He runs right into the Parabolica row, and Paul goes alongside in the Ferrari and retakes that place almost immediately at the end of the first lap. They're almost side by side going down the straight here at Monza. Ferrari engine power against the McLaren, and the Mercedes engine in the back of that. Down onto the brakes for the first corner. Petrolhead trying to hold him off, and up the inside. Is that Tom Smith? It is Tom Smith. What a move. So opportunistic. Up the inside. Petrolhead too busy looking at the Ferrari in front. And Tom Smith with a beautiful move. Gets good stuff. Sneaks it up the inside. Blocks the front. Still gets it in on the apex. And Petrolhead gets mugged there. Brilliant driving from Tom Smith. And side by side again. Petrolhead and Tom Smith. Is he going to go the long way round? Right, he's through and up into third place. And Tom Smith dropped there. I didn't see what happened. He all the way back down in fifth. And it's absolutely brilliant news for the two guys at the front. Think of the points they're going to gain. Tom Smith away down in fifth place. Joe nowhere to be seen. A serious opportunity here. Chris Johnson down in sixth. Bartlett and Paul at the moment are going to be huge winners this weekend. What a chance there is here. And no! Bartlett's out of the race. No! Disconnection for the Scotsman. Heartbreak. Out of the Grand Prix. What can you say about luck? That's a disaster for Bartlett. He's out here and we've only done 3 racing laps. I was just speaking about how this is really going to liven up the World Championship, and that's a bitter blow for the Scotsman. Pole position, and he was looking at a dominant victory there. We had a long way to go, but he was still driving beautifully out front. Paul now takes the lead. Pedro is up into second place here. He signed for the team. He said it was his dream as a child to race for Ferrari and win at Monza, and at the moment the Scottish driver is on course to do that. He must be feeling so much pressure inside that helmet. As Petrohead gets under a little bit of pressure now from Mike behind. The Force India beginning to challenge here as he goes through Curva Grande down towards the chest and chicane. Is the Force India going to have a look down on the brake pedal? No, he doesn't. There have been so many shocks in TGP2 this season. You don't know when the next one's going to come. And in the third lap we had a shock. Bartlett out of this Grand Prix while cruising seemingly to 25 points. So remains the same at the front of this Grand Prix. Paul leading, Petrohead second, Mike in third.
Good call.
And does Chris Johnson fit this lap? No, he carries on the option tyre as well. He's not fitted. A lot of strain on those option tyres, it has to be said. And the Mercedes driver continues to pound down. Surely needs to pit soon. We're going to have a look at his lap times and have a look to see if it's benefiting him at all. Chris Johnson last 26.7 on both of them. All. No, I don't know, he's just been in the pit, he's not had anything from him. Go through the level for the 11th time and he's gone wide. This is the chance for Chris Johnson and he sweeps through. Mike went wide. Ended up Chris Johnson into the second level, understeered on exit. A little trip through the gravel, enough momentum lost for Chris Johnson to cruise through and up into second place. And now is the pressure on Paul. Is he going to... Well, the pressure is really mounting on him now. And he heads into it now. Paul rounds the final corner. It's been more than 120 races since he won a Grand Prix. And what a time! Destroy that record, that run. Paul wins the Italian Grand Prix for Ferrari on home soil for them, and I can barely hear myself think that the 40 are going absolutely crazy here, and he's won at last. Paul breaks the barren spell. It's Paul who wins here in Italy. Chris Johnson will be delighted. Solid second. Third position on his debut for Mike. Tom Smith comes home fourth. Joe is fifth.
There you go, Paul. I said it might be Italy. And you're like, no, I'm too slow, I cannot do that.
Joe is doing a really good job here, pushing on really hard. What can he do in this final sector then? Perfect so far. Whoever wanted the track guide lap with commentary, this is the perfect one because Joe's doing a great job out there. The left-hander in underneath the grandstand once again. Cracking thing that, and then it goes left, big right again, and then left once more underneath the highway. If you ever needed confirmation that this is a street track, into the final left-hander, then past the Singapore Flyer. And up to the line then, Joe puts a solid 1:43.6 in as his opening benchmark time. And in the end it's going to be relatively comfortable for him to get this next flying lap in. So about, I don't know, 7 or 8 seconds when he crosses the line. I know we've lost John, that's disaster. That means what a time his points run to end. Holy moly.
Joe, can you do a voodoo doll to get me to disconnect?
All the time, I can't expect it from here, but it is Dom Smith at the moment on top for Williams. It's the Force India of Mike in second, Bartlett third, Chris Johnson is fourth at the moment, Martin is fifth. Bartlett is now gone to the top, Bartlett at the top, Dom Smith second, third position for Mike as things stand. And now Mike, I'm not even going to try and do this, I'm not even going to try. Dom. Oh! Just like the disconnection he got in the previous race, well that's pretty much the same thing, only he's in the wall and Mr. John's in there as well. We've got carnage on one shot qualifying. It's Martin who's going to take pole as things stand. There must be a relatively big gap between them all. There's no changes. There we go, there's one there. Bartlett up to second. Joe up to second. Joe and Bartlett must be really close. Is Martin looking good for pole position? I think so. Joe's ahead of Martin now. Just ahead of Martin. Just ahead of Martin. Martin drops the third. Where are they? Now, Joe's at the top.
Don't worry, I brought my Rappin' Ronnie Reagan tape. It always makes the trip go faster.
Well.
You know something? He did say well a lot.
Joe is arguably still a championship contender this season. He hasn't even won a race yet. It's been 51 races since he has. Here in Singapore in the night sky. Can he finally get that elusive first win of the season? Lights out. We're heading down into the first corner. Is Joe still leading as they get down there? It is still Joe leading the way. Is there any contact going on? There is contact. Joe and Mike going side by side, rubbing tyres as they go through the first corner. It's still Joe by a whisker as they go down into the next corner. And look, Mike is through, up into the lead for Force India. In his second race, he leads the Grand Prix. Joe drops in second, and Tom Smith, Martin, in third, right with them, and Paul is in fourth. The winner last time out, getting involved early on. Mike takes the surprise lead, and we've lost Bartlett already. His championship challenge is now over, in opinion, as Martin fights and fights as Joe takes the lead. What a move that is! And Martin started his way up the inside there in the Force India. They make contact. Wow, aggressive stuff at the start of this Grand Prix, but the early headline at the start of this race is very simple. He's out of this race and his championship challenge has came to an end. Well, and then number 5, it has to be said, I don't see how Bartlett the championship contender anymore. 2 DNS thanks to disconnection. Hard luck in the Scot. Oh, one get. And gets one up the inside now on the Force India of Mike. They're going side by side as Joe looks for a first win in 51, and it's all getting pretty close there, all bunching up behind the Force India now, and how much Joe would love to see that. The right-hander, is he under any pressure on this lap from the Force India behind it? Would appear not. I don't think there's any way you can get through down here from that far back. Joe knows that. If he just keeps things on the island, just takes it nice and easy, there's surely no way through. Oh, it's getting really racy behind Martin. He's having a look here. He's going to try and go the long way round. It takes some move to do that, and Martin goes deep into the corner, and now Martin is right on him. And look, Joe's made a mistake in front, and look what's going on there. He's made a mistake, and through, up into the lead of this Grand Prix goes Mike, and in his second ever race, and he won in the TGP. It'll be some story. And is he going to become the 6th different winner this season and beat Joe to that title? What happened to Joe down there? I didn't see it. Too busy watching the scrap behind. We didn't think there was anything on there. We just said if Joe keeps things on the island, drives play well, he will surely go on and keep that position. But in the end, he's lost it. We haven't seen it. and he drops back into second place. Look at that, Joe looking to get Joe done back on the first Sunday when he can. It's all beginning to close up nicely here. Well, I think it's going to close up. I think Mike, Joe, they could be caught here by Martin and Paul. Fantastic race later on. It's a slow banner at the moment, but trust me, win the points. Oh, we've got a crash. Chris Johnson, we've got a safety car. Chris Johnson has crashed into the left-hander. It's so easy to understeer down there, and he's done exactly that and understeered straight into the barrier. Probably thought that he should get away with grazing against it, and the championship leader is out of the Singapore Grand Prix. What a massive twist we have in this championship now. And I tell you what, the TGP series, TGP2, keeps on throwing up surprises. And once again, we have another Chris Johnson, who in my opinion is the favourite for this World Championship. He's edging out his main rivals, has crashed, and there's an opportunity. There is advantage. He's cut and sliced away now this weekend. Wow, what a development that is in the championship. This is one of those moments in the World Championship where it gets late on in the season. It's a potential turning point in the season. That's a massive thing to happen. And now we've got the leaders in the pits. Mike is in, Joe is in. Surely Paul will not pit. Will he have to pit? Will he be forced in? Is he going to be held up? Paul, yes he is in, but he's playing it smart. He's going to back everybody up on the way in. Oh, very smart play from Paul. Backing them all up on the way out, and he will get into the box. I don't actually think he was backing them up that much, if at all really. And Paul dives into the pit, playing tyres on. Go. And I won't lose too much time, I don't think. What a development that is. Petrolhead now leads this race. And now, can he really show that pace he had in qualifying? He's on the option tyre. How far can he go into this race? Interesting to see. Oh, look at Dom Smith with a puncture. What's going on, Dom Smith? Puncture. No front wing on the Williams. What has he done? Has he crashed under safety car? What has Dom Smith done? No front wing. Puncture on the Williams. And the faces in the Williams pit wall and in the garage are one of disbelief. Unbelievable. How long will those options last before they begin to fade and go slower than the guys behind? That's the gamble Petrolhead's taken. Have to wait and see if it pays off for the McLaren driver. He's also probably banking on incident behind. You know how easy it is to see incidents on this track with drivers fighting. We'll see how it goes for Petrolhead. We're moments away from the restart. He's backing the pack up now. As they go underneath the highway, the car's up there for once on the track going quicker than the ones below it. 55 miles an hour for Petrolhead at the moment as the safety car dives into the pits. He controls the pace, he can pick up the throttle anytime he wants, and he does that now, and the Singapore Grand Prix is underway, and Petrolhead dives straight into the pit and follows him in. What is he doing? Petrolhead, he likes to do things different to everyone else. Who am I to say and call the shots and say what are you doing, but Petrolhead dives to the pit, puts the flames on, and heads back out on the track again. What is he doing? Well, he's confusing everyone. And he always does, and that's a great sight for Mike, who retakes the lead of this Grand Prix. Go behind him, ever present. Oh, that was a close shave of the wall. In fact, he bumped into the other race leader. The race leader bumping across the curb and hitting the wall, and Joe. Whoa, we've got a move on here. Paul, up the inside of Mond. Oh, he's made it stick. Oh, he nearly squeezed that up against the wall. Still, beautiful move from the Scotsman. We know how hard it is to overtake. Opportunistic stuff. And he moves up into third. Both Ferraris on the podium. And I tell you what, Paul is a man on a mission this season at the moment. Absolutely sensational. What a move. Up the inside. Squeeze Martin out. Said back off or you're in the wall. And that's exactly what he did. Backed off. Very nearly. Tried to hang it out round the outside and nearly hit the wall. Beautiful move from Paul, up into third. And can he challenge his teammate? We said it yesterday in qualifying. He didn't have an answer. Can he have an answer in the race and beat Joe? And who knows, can they both get up onto the back of the Force India Mike and make it a Ferrari 1-2? What a story that would be. They've been awful at times this season, Ferrari. They're really getting into a stride now. And that's when it matters as well, as they go into the final few legs of the season. Ferrari up in second and third. Martin nowhere to be seen in fourth. By his high standards, that's not good. Off the podium and everything. on the island, not making any mistakes. Joe in second, and teammate Paul in third. And it looks like Martin might have a run here. Is Martin going to make a move up the inside? No, he's not. I'd have been foolish to try that. And Martin's gone straight off on my screen. Is that correct? I think he has. Martin has. He's retired. Martin is out of the race. Look with Martin. He's gone straight off and pulled off and retired from the Singapore Grand Prix. There must be a serious reason for that. Find out soon, but Martin is out of the Singapore Grand Prix. Chris Johnson and Martin, two title rivals, out of this Grand Prix. It must be something urgent. He's pulled off and jumped out of the car. Martin is out of the race. And we're down to 6. Mike, on his favourite circuit, in his second ever race, is about to deliver for Force India. What a signing this is. Through the right-hander, through the left-hander, under the highway for the final time. Mike, with one corner to go, past the Singapore flyer. He is flying out the final corner, across the line, in front of the Force India boys. He wins for the first time in TGP. But well done to Mike. He's won for Sahara Force India. And already, look at Vijay Mallya celebrating on the... Just like that Mexico manager did in the World Cup. He's going absolutely brilliant. Parallels to him, and I'm sure he and his team will go down into the paddock, order a takeaway, a nice curry tonight.
Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't quite mind a curry.